Good morning everyone. How are you all students? Yesterday we have discussed about one of the chemical property of metals, that is the reaction of metals with acids. Yes students, before that we have studied about the reaction of metals with water, reaction of metals and non-metals with oxygen, and formation of ion, reactivity of the metals. These all are the chemical properties which we have studied till now. Okay students, I think you people are not having any doubt in that problems. Yes, whenever an acid reacts with metal, or we can say metal reacts with acid, then what happens? They are forming salt. The reaction of metal and the acid is forming salt, and the gas which is liberating, that is hydrogen gas. Okay students, yes, we have done a test which showing the presence of hydrogen, releasing of hydrogen. Means when we are bringing a matchstick near the test tube, it sounds like a popping sound is released, which shows the presence of hydrogen gas, because whenever we are burning a hydrogen gas, the popping sound is released. Okay, that's why it is proved that from that reaction, when we are showing that magnesium is reacting with hydrochloric acid HCl, then MgCl2 is formed, magnesium chloride, and hydrogen gas is liberating, which proves by the popping sound when we bring the matchstick near the test tube. Okay students, I think this much part is clear, and if you have any doubt beta, please ask me. Okay, now today, before continuing our further reactions, that reaction of metals with bases, or to discuss little bit about the non-metals, the reaction of non-metals with acids and bases, we will do some question answers. So first of all, start writing one question in your notebook. Open your notebooks everyone, and write question number 3, short question number 3 in your notebook. How will you show that aluminium is more reactive than iron? Yes, take some iron sulfate solution in a beaker. Add the aluminium strips in the above solution. Leave the apparatus undisturbed for about 30 minutes. We will observe that the color of the solution turns colorless from pale green. Iron deposits on the aluminium. Yes, the color of the solution changes to colorless because of the formation of aluminium sulfate. Displacement reaction takes place, which proves that aluminium is more reactive than iron. Now, let us discuss about this answer. See students, as you all know that we can easily identify the reactivity, which one is more reactive, by applying them to perform a displacement reaction. See, in the displacement reaction, always the highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal. The same case will happen if we want to know which one is more reactive in between iron and copper. Then we will easily identify by reacting them. We will get the answer. Similarly, to identify aluminium and iron, which one is more reactive, we are performing this experiment. We are dipping some aluminium strip in iron sulfate solution, and we are leaving this apparatus for next 30 minutes. Okay. After that, as we all know that the solution of iron sulfate is of pale green color. After some time, we are observing that the solution changes to colorless. Means something is happening over there. See, whatever the iron which is present in the pale green solution will get deposited over aluminium, and now the aluminium is released, is displacing the iron from the solution, as aluminium is highly reactive than iron. And aluminium sulfate, the solution of iron sulfate, converts into aluminium sulfate. because the displacement reaction takes place between aluminium and iron and proves that aluminium is highly reactive than iron. Okay students? After that, short question number 5. Why can we not store pickles in metal container? Write it down this question in your notebook, that why we cannot store pickles in the metal container. I think you all know the answer. Pickles are very sour in taste. They are salty and sour. Yes. See, whether we are taking the example of mango pickle, chili pickle, they all are containing some acids, because after fermentation, while preparing the pickles, some acids will generate, and pickle contains acids, although they are very little in amount, but they are. Okay? If they are stored in a metal container, it reacts with metal. See, here the reaction of metals with acids takes place, and the food is unsafe to eat. Why? Acids react with metal to produce salt and hydrogen gas. And if we are keeping the metal pickles in the metal container, then it reacts with the container, and whatever we are keeping inside the jar will changes into salt, and hydrogen gas is liberating, which is unsafe to eat, not healthy enough. Okay. Mineral acids react with the surface of metal and corrodes it. Yes beta, corrosion is not performed by only iron. It can perform by other metals also. Okay. Copper is an example. Mainly most of the reactive metals are performing the process of corrosion. Okay, although maybe it can be more slower than iron, but it is. Okay. Even the tarnishing of silver is also a type of corrosion only. If we are not going to remove the layer of tarnished layer which is deposited over silver, we are we left the silver as it is to pollute more, then it will become corroded also. Okay. It should be stored in inert material like glass and plastic. See beta, what do you understand by the inert material? Inert means non-reactive. Inert atmosphere means where the reactive materials are not present, or you can say air is not present. Okay students? Now, these all are the 2 questions are of your classwork. You have to do these 2 questions in your notebook. And now let's discuss about reaction of non-metals with acids. As yesterday we have discussed about reaction of metals with acids. Now non-metals with acids. Beta, generally non-metals do not react with acids. Why? Just think about it. As you all know that metals are the electron givers. They have positive charge. They are giving the electron. And non-metals are the acceptors. They are not giving. They are taking the electrons, like oxygen. Oxygen is taking 2 electrons. Chlorine is taking 1 electron, as its atomic number is 17. The breaking of 17 is 287. First orbital contains 2 electrons. Next one 8. And after that outermost electron shell contains 7 electrons. Okay. So it means non-metals need electrons to complete their outermost shell. If they needs, then to explain this statement which is written over here, just go through this reaction which is happening between a metal and the acid. Magnesium is a metal, and reaction takes place between magnesium and hydrochloric acid, means metal with acid. Magnesium chloride is formed. See, this is metal and hydrochloric acid is reacting, and what is forming? Salt, magnesium chloride. Okay, and hydrogen gas is liberating. See, in this case chlorine is there. Chlorine needs 1 electron to complete its outermost shell, and hydrogen has 1 electron only. So here in this case hydrogen is sharing the electron with chlorine. Thus they both are satisfying each other. Hydrogen is taking 1 electron from chlorine to complete its outermost shell. although it is not taking completely, it is just sharing. Okay, and chlorine is also sharing one electron of hydrogen, and in this way hydrogen chloride is complete. Is hydrochloric acid completes. Okay, and here magnesium is having 2 electrons to give. Okay, thus the next thing which is formed by replacing hydrogen is replaced by magnesium, and magnesium is occupying the space of hydrogen over here and forming a salt. Now magnesium is having 12 electrons, means 2 to give. Outermost shell of magnesium contains 2 electrons only, and chlorine needs only 1 electron, and here chlorine is having 2 atoms. 2 chlorine atoms are there. 1 chlorine atom is taking 1 magnesium electron, and 1 chlorine atom is taking 1 electron from the another electron from the magnesium. In this way magnesium is giving 2 electrons to 2 chlorine atoms, isn't it? And hydrogen gas is liberating. This is the reaction which takes place between the acids and the metal. But if we are taking oxygen over here as a non-metal, see, oxygen needs 2 electrons to complete its outermost shell, and hydrochloric acid over here, chlorine also needs. If both needs the electron, then who will satisfy each other? How they will satisfy? Now you may think that hydrogen is also needful only. But students, hydrogen is having an exceptional case. Hydrogen has only 1 electron. Hydrogen is the exceptional case that if it leaves its 1 electron, then the availability of hydrogen will stop. It may disappear. To show its presence, hydrogen needs to share. But if we are reacting a non-metal who is already an acceptor, all non-metals are the acceptors of electron. Thus, when a substance reacts with acids, non-metals are themselves acceptors of electrons. So there is no way that they can donate the electrons. Hence, non-metals in general do not react with acids. Okay, students? Okay, because even to form a salt or to form something new, even acids need electron. They want to accept some electron. That's why they will definitely make a compound with such type of substances, those who can give the electrons. They are never be an acceptor. Okay, students? But whatever it is, there must be some exceptional cases are there. See, sometimes in some highly reactive situation, some non-metals may react. That you will study in your further classes, in your senior classes. Okay, students? But that is the most exceptional situation. Most of the time we used to say that non-metals are non-reactive with acids. Okay? Now your homework. See, these are the in-text questions, and you have to do all these in-text questions in your notebook properly, and you have to write the answers of these questions by your own. Name one metal or non-metal which will fit each of the following descriptions. See, here some bullet points are given, and you have to fill the bullet points by giving one name of one metal or non-metal. Okay? Okay? Any of the metal and non-metal may be the answer of these bullet points, and you have to answer them by your own. Yes, students, one more thing I want to say. Please, no need to ask for the answers today. Today is the day to think by your own. Tomorrow I will tell you the answers, not today. Okay? Yes, students. Have you enjoyed your science lecture? I think yes. Now, I want to give you one advice. Students, please read whatever we are doing from the book properly. Because when you read, you will get some problems. And when you get the problems, you definitely ask to me. Yes. Maximum of you will say that we are not having books. Please don't give excuses, beta. I have given the chapter on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so please try to follow the book from there and read the chemical properties as well as physical properties again. Okay, and if you find any difficulty, call me. Okay, and yes, one more thing, that please try to finish your work on time. Finish your classwork and homework on the same day if you are getting. See, you are getting the homework only 3 days, not all the days of the week. Okay, so please finish your homework and classwork on time. Okay, and submit it to us. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead.